Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Galletto Rossonero here with you guys. Calciomercato is officially done. Guys, how did your team do? It's time to do il Pagellone. We're going to rate the teams, the work they did. Some good, some bad. Obviously, we're going to rate the Serie A teams because we follow Serie A mostly. If you guys like this kind of video, we can do the European teams as well, the big European teams. So let me know, write in the comments, guys, if you're a Roma fan, if you're a Napoli fan, if you're an Inter fan, write in the comments. Let me know what you think of how your team did. Compare them with my notes. I want to know. I love this kind of stuff. So here we go, guys. So obviously, I'm going to start with Milan. Milan, I give them an 8. An 8. I think there's a little thing missing. I think the right-hand side should have gotten an upgrade. Messias, Salzmaker, we see it in the first 4 games of the season, are not up to par. They got De Ketelaere, in my opinion, is a stud. They got Dest on the last day, replacing Florenzi, who was injured. Great move. I think he's on a free loan. They have an options to buy if he performs well. He was a very highly regarded talent when Barcelona bought him from Ajax. Doing okay with Barca, not the best visibility, but a good insert nonetheless. Then there was Shaw, there was Vrancek, and Adli as well. All young players, all very interesting. Pobega coming back from Torino. Origi brings that experience. He hasn't played much yet, injured, but I think he will help Milan this season. Obviously, they reconfirmed Florenzi and Messias. Florenzi out for a couple of months. But they lost Kessi, who was a big part of the team. They lost Romagnoli. I'm not so much worried about Romagnoli, honestly, with Kier being back. Gabbia and the new kid, Cha, that they got. I think they're well protected in the back. Obviously, Kalulu, Tomori, the starters. 8 for Milan. Inter, I gave Inter 8.5. Guys, I don't dislike what Inter did. They kept Skriniar. They resisted all the offers from PSG. They got Lukaku back. It's a genius move from Marotta. They got Mkhitaryan from Roma. He's a very useful player. They added some youth in Belanova and Aslani. Aslani can be a Vice Brozovic. He's a very interesting player, but they lost Perisic. Perisic, guys, a very big loss. You can see it on the left-hand side. They don't have as much push this season, but I think the team is still very good. They did a very good Calciomercato. Onana, we'll see what he does. Obviously, they got Acerbi today as a 4th defenseman. So, listen, I'm not a big fan of Acerbi, but he's still a very good Serie A defenseman. So, 8.5 for Icugini. Juventus, I gave them a 9. Guys, Juventus and Roma, to me, the best of this Calciomercato season. Juve, Pogba, Di Maria, Kostic, Paredes, Bremer, Milik, guys, and Cambiaso, who they loaned out to Bologna. Very good. What can you say? If everybody works out, what can you say? Now, Pogba, how many months will be injured? We don't know. Is Di Maria, will he be motivated after the World Cup because he didn't want to sign more than 1 year because he wants to go back to Argentina? We'll soon find out. But guys, great signings to replace Delete that they sold for a ton of money by Bremer. They also got Gatti for the defense. They didn't do much on the as the right back and left back positions. I think that's their weak point, if you want me saying it like that. They got rid of Arthur. He went to Liverpool. They got rid of Ramsey. Zakaria, who didn't pan out from Mönchengladbach. He wasn't the same player. So they all leave. But the most important player I think that they lost is Morata. Morata, guys, he did a lot of dirty work up front. But you know what? They replaced him with Milik. He already scored a goal. Vlahovic on fire. When Chiesa is going to come back, Juve, I think, did very well. We'll see. Some people are saying they lost the lead. Bremer's not as good. Guys, Bremer is a very good Serie A defenseman. Delete wasn't performing as he did with Ajax. So you know what? Maybe, maybe not. So they still get a 9. Roma, guys, a 9. Why? Dybala, Wijnaldum, who got injured, but it's not really their fault. Belotti, Camara, Selic, Matic, and they get rid of Diawara and Veretout. Guys, Diawara, a torn on the side of this Roma team. He has refused every single destination for the past couple of seasons. Finally get rid of him. Good job. Dybala, what do you want to say? Nothing. They keep Zaniolo, very important as well. They add Belotti to be the vice Abraham. Wijnaldum, star player, got injured, but he's still a star midfielder. And Silic on the right-hand side can easily replace Kozrup, a good player. So to me, Roma, 9. Lazio, 7.5, guys. Acerbi, gone. Everybody, all the fans, they hated him. He's finally gone. They lose both goalies, but they replaced him with Provedel and Maximiano. Although Maximiano didn't look good on the first actual game. He got that red card, touched the ball outside of the box, whatever. But Provedel is a very good goalkeeper. They had Romagnoli, Casale, Gil, Marcos Antonio, Cancellieri, who's a very good player. But they keep Luis Alberto, guys. And Luis Alberto is going to be a very big part of this Lazio team. Fiorentina, I give them an 8. Lazio, 7.5. I said 7.5. Fiorentina, I give them an 8. Why? Jovic, Gollini, Mandrogara, Dodò, and Barak for the midfield. And guys, they lost Torreira. He's going to be missed because I think he was very important in front of that D. But they got Mandrogara. He's a very good player. And they kept Milenkovic, which was very important as well. And so Jovic, I think, can do very well. And Barak is going to be a stud with Fiorentina. So Fiorentina, 8. Napoli, guys, an 8. Why an 8 for Napoli? You're going to say they lost Koulibaly, they lost Fabian Ruiz, they lost Ospina, Insigne, and Mertens. The entire spine of this team was completely dismantled. It was time for a do-over. They kept Osimhen. They didn't get Ronaldo, which I think was the best move they could have done. There was a rumor that Manchester United was offering 100 million euros plus Ronaldo for Osimhen. Thank God it didn't happen, honestly. Ronaldo, in my opinion, done. But they replaced all these guys by Ndombele. Ndombele, guys, a very good midfielder. If he goes back to what he was at Lyon, star midfielder. Carvacelia, he is a stud. This kid is wonders. You already forgot about Insigne. Raspadori could do very well. Sirigu is a very good backup. Mere, they could have gotten Navas. It didn't happen. Goaltender position with Mere and Sirigu, but still very good duo. They could have improved. They didn't. Mere is a big question mark, guys. But they replaced Koulibaly by Kim and Ostergaard. Kim so far hasn't looked bad. He's doing good. Obviously, it's a big ask to replace Koulibaly, but he's been doing very well. Not sure why they only sold Fabian Ruiz for 22 million euros to PSG. Yes, his contract was ending at next season, but he's still a very talented player. I think they should have gotten more for him. But overall, good Calciomercato. They still have a very good performing team. Atalanta, guys, I give them a 7. They got Lookman and Anderson, the two main acquisitions. Both very interesting players. Anderson had a very good season with Salernitana, and so a good acquisition, but they lost Miranchuk, Ilicic, and Fowler. And there was rumors that maybe Atabauer was leaving as well. Calciomercato is done in Italy, but Spain and England, they had a bit more time. So far, no news, but he might be on the way out. So 7 for them. Torino, 6.5. 6.5, they lost Brecalao, Prae, Bremer, Mandrogara, Bellotti, and Pobega. They replaced them with Radonic, Vlasic, Miranchuk, and Schurz. Guys, Vlasic doing very well so far. Miranchuk is a very good player. Schurz, who had success in Ajax, we'll see how he adapts in Italy. The defense in Italy, not the same thing. Radanovic, a good player, but obviously long-time captain, Bellotti gone, and Bremer, their best defense, gone. So 6.5 to them. Also, they had that big fight between Juric and the DS, whatever. It was a disaster. Sassuolo, 6-. I could have given them a 5.5. I went for 6- because they lost Scamacca and Raspadori, the two most important players with Berardi, but they kept Berardi. Pinamonti coming in, interesting. Alvarez, Antiste, and Loriente. Guys, all interesting players. Pinamonti, how will he do? Obviously, with Berardi being injured as well now. We'll see how it goes. Monza, we got a 7. So far, 0 points in Serie A in 4 games. But the Calciomercato, guys, that they did today, they added 2 more defensemen, including Izzo, guys, who is a good defenseman. So Izzo, Marlon, Rovella, Petagna, Caprari, Sensi, Bondo, Ranocchia, Cragno, Pablo Mari, Pessina, and the young Ranocchia from Juventus as well. And so a good Calciomercato. Hasn't panned out so far, but too many good acquisitions not to save themselves this year, even though they have 0 points in 4 games. So I give them a 7. We'll see what happens. Maybe there was too much turnover. They won't gel, but in terms of names, some good acquisitions. Bologna, 6, guys. They lost 3 major players, Theates, Venberg, and Hickey. They replaced them with 4 interesting players, young players, Zirke, Cambiaso, Lucumi, and Moro. Moro not so young, but still an interesting player. Cambiaso on loan from Juventus, Zirke from Bayern. So we'll see how they handle it. Guys, the superstar of this team, Arnautovic, stayed. Very important. But the biggest player or person on this team is Mihailovic, and he's still there, guys. So Empoli, 6-, guys. They lost half the team, including Pinamonti, who was their best scorer. Will depend on the new strikers, Destro, Satriano, Piacca, and Lammers. They added Akpro from Lazio as well. So, I don't know, guys. This team, I don't know, 6-, guys. Samp, a 4. Horrible. Yes, they got Pusetto today. They added Juricic from Sassuolo. They added the wings from Tottenham. But they lost Damsgaard, Kandreva, Sensi, Torsby, Bonazzoli, Yoshida. So their core, like their big players, are all gone. They replaced them with 3 guys. We'll see what happens, but a 4 for some, guys. Spezia, a 5. Yes, they got Maldini from Milan. They got Caldara from Milan. They got Dragoschi as well. But they lost Maggiore, Provedel, and Antist. Maggiore, guys, a very good midfielder, and Provedel showing that he's a #1 goalie with Lazio, guys. We're almost done. 5 more teams. Salernitana, guys, a 6.5. 6.5. Their biggest loss is Ederson, who went to Atalanta, but they added Dia, an ex-Villarreal player, who's doing very well. They added Piontek. They added Maggiore for the Central Camp. So not big losses for this Salernitana team. They saved themselves last year. They might actually pull it off again this year. Lecce, 7, guys. Why 7 for Lecce? Umtiti. Who gets Umtiti from Barca when your name is Lecce? Guys, just for that, they get a 7. They get Colombo from Milan. I don't know if you saw that Euro goal he did against Napoli. Guys, they get Pezzella, and they get that young kid, Samek, very interesting. They lose Fabrotta. They just got him from Juve, but he's already gone to Brescia. I didn't get that part. But Lecce overall, guys, 7. Cremonese, 5. Changed too many players without actually replacing anybody that's going to be good enough for Serie A. So Cremonese, 5. Udinese, I give them a 6.5. They only lost Molina and Udogi. Udogi staying on for another year on loan from Tottenham. They sold him to Tottenham, and Molina went to Atletico Madrid. They also lost Sopi to Atalanta. But besides that, guys, they keep their shape and they always save themselves. It's going to happen again this year. 28 straight seasons in Serie A. 6.5. They made money off Molina. They sold Udogi as well, but he stays on for the rest of the year. Beto is still there. De Lofoyo is still there. So Brecalao, all the important players are still there. And then finally, Verona, guys. Verona gets a 4. They lost too many important players. Barak, Simeone, Casale, Cancellieri. They got Juric, Henry, and Hein. Simply not enough. And by the way, Simeone went to Napoli, so that's one more player to add for Napoli. So not enough, guys. Not enough. So the worst teams, we have Verona and, did I say Samp? Samp, who got a 4 as well. Samp and Verona get a 4. The 2 best teams, Juventus and Roma, guys. Everybody else in the middle, I think all the big teams reinforce themselves pretty well. A lot of changes this year in Serie A. It's going to be a beautiful Serie A. Let me know what you think, or in the comments, like and subscribe. Have a great soccer day.